Coming up, a mother and son hope cosmetic surgery will change their lives and help the one person in their family not in the market for a makeover.
So all three of you feel sort of as if you're not me.
Yeah, oddballs.
See what happens when a makeover changes the lives of an entire family.
From our studios in New York, here again is Stone Phillips.
America loves a makeover. Millions watch them on TV, wondering if a facelift or a nose job, maybe a tummy tuck, is something they should consider. Cosmetic surgery can certainly change your looks, but can it change your life? You're about to meet a mother and son who believed cosmetic surgery would not only improve their lives, but also help the one member of the family who didn't want or need a makeover. A gift to themselves, a gift of themselves, that they were willing to risk major surgery and spend their life savings to give. Here's Keith Morrison.
High school prom. Dress, tuxedo, flowers, limo. A rite of passage. Simple enough. Except for the people you're about to meet, for whom the prom of one prompts a life-changing decision for the others. A decision based, at least in part, on one embarrassed moment 30 years ago.
Robert Miller, 7th grade, Colonial Junior High School. I just thought he was a dream.
Most every story that makes a difference in a person's life begins with a moment. For Lori Grubb, it was 7th grade band practice.
He said, "I've got a great nickname for you." I said, "What's that?" And just that he was talking to me was amazing. And he said, "SSU."
SSU?
SSU. I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "Short, skinny, and ugly."
Remarkable how a thing like that can intrude on a person's life. And now, Lori Grubb, as she contemplates the drastic action she's about to take, still sees that boy and his thoughtless comment staring back from her mirror.
Devastating. It was devastating.
Well, you've never forgotten it.
Never.
Something to remember as you watch what happens. It's early spring in a sweet small town in Arkansas named Heber Springs, where little girls still learn the old art of clogging. Leading the class is Lori's daughter, a pretty 18-year-old high school senior named Morgan, who is looking forward to the biggest night of her life so far, prom night. That's 2 months from now. But the thing that's different about Heber Springs and about Morgan is that this prom is going to be a family affair. On that night, her family hopes it will pull out of a long, unattractive slump.
And mine will just be, Lord knows what'll happen. I could just take over the world. I don't know.
Joining Lori in this family plan will be her 23-year-old son, Adam.
The anticipation, it's like Christmas and New Year's and 4th of July and my birthday all rolled into one. I mean, I probably won't be able to sleep well the night before.
Mother Lori, daughter Morgan, son Adam. About as close as three people could be.
We have to band together with what we've got, and that's the three of us. It always just comes down to the two loves of my life that I've got to always take care of, no matter what.
Of course, Morgan has always been the pretty one, but appearances can be deceiving. As the cheerleading squad at Morgan's high school was piling up state and national championships, both she and her family struggled with a life that hasn't quite worked the way they hoped it would.
Being a cheerleader, it would seem I was popular and all that stuff and superficial, but I'm not. I'm as big as a loser as everybody else.
So all three of you feel sort of as if you're not me.
Yeah, oddballs.
And yet there was such promise once. Lori, back when she was 20-something, still fretted about that boy who called her ugly, but had grown into her face.
Makeup does wonders. Then the nose was an asset.
In fact, that nose was a prize for a while. She was a runway model, a budding success.
I enjoyed wearing the clothes and being on a runway. I loved it.
Even if she really did hate that nose. Then she was a wife and a mother of two. And then things went somehow awry. 2 divorces, too many moves, too little money. Too much nose.
The bane of my existence. It's been referred to as the beak that ate the South.
Now in Heber Springs, Laurie's long hooked nose was joined by deep smoke-induced wrinkles and too much sun and terrible teeth.
Just eating a potato chip will cause a tooth to chip.
Adam's were even worse. If you catch yourself thinking about it, you make sure you smile with your mouth closed.
Yeah, unless I'm like just totally downright determined not to grin. Yeah, usually I'll just kind of beam a little bit.
You really do have your mother's profile, don't you? Yeah, the two of you are cut from the same cloth.
Yep.
Both had come to hate the way they looked. When you look at yourself now, what's your self-critique?
I guess age. I'm guessing that's all it could be. Maybe no fluoride in the water.
Laurie found work in a veterinarian's office. She's 44 now. Adam works at a fast food restaurant.
A lot of times he would sit home instead of socializing. I think it has something to do with the Oshnazola.
By the time Morgan's graduation approached, she'd begun to wonder if her mother and brother would ever feel optimistic about things. And you've seen them become less happy with themselves?
Yeah.
They don't like the way they look? What do you hope for her?
Smile again. Be able to smile full out, besides this little shy smile that she has.
You miss that. And from that wish grew all else that you're about to see.
You feeling better?
Laurie's boss, the veterinarian, suggested she see a mutual friend who works as an image consultant an hour's drive away in Little Rock.
But this gives the patient a visual.
Susan Clark played with her computer and showed Laurie that neither she nor Adam had to look the way they did anymore. They could actually, she said, be transformed. But could they really look like this? Or is it just a fantasy? What did they do when they saw that picture?
They cried because they have lived with that so long, and to actually see a visual of that, the tears just were flooding down her cheeks. Between the teeth and the surgical procedures, we're going to see a transformation in these people that will come from the inside out.
And so they decided that for Morgan's prom night, Adam and Laurie would put on far more than just fancy clothes.
It's just the three of us. We'd like to look our best. We want to make her proud of us.
If all goes well, Laurie and Adam will attend Morgan's high school prom 8 weeks from now.
We just like to be as pretty as Morgan.
It would be a major makeover, but the price would be extreme, too. It is a lot of money. So when you see the price tag, instead of saying, oh, my God, that's terrible.
I could buy some Maserati or whatever, or we could get our heads fixed. We decided to get our heads fixed. It's definitely worth it.
Did you bring a sample today?
It'll take years to pay for it, one monthly payment at a time. But
I could get my teeth, which is a medical problem, in conjunction with the plastic surgery, and get it all taken care of.
And as they wait to see Dr. Jeff Garner, both are somewhere between anxious and excited.